Another challenge to me when it comes with the handgun hunting, and we go back to missing in the hunts and the moments. We're going to talk about missing because I missed quite a few times. I was bound and determined one year I was going to shoot one with a 10mm revolver, and I was going to shoot it on this one road. I mean, we've got does running around all over the place. Why I got so infatuated with hunting this one spot, I don't know. But I hunted there with several different camera guys, trying to get a shot. Man, these deer had me pegged. It didn't matter whether I did tripods, I did box blinds, I did pop-ups, I built brush blinds. They just had me on this spot. And then when I finally got a shot, and I took that shot, and man, I mean, not even close. I don't even know where the bullet went. And I think that boils down to, you know, once again, I got to practice more. But with a handgun, you make one little bad move with it. You pull that trigger a little bit, man, it's moving down. It's going different directions. But what I learned through all that is, you know, that practice procedure, getting used to, getting into that position, finding that aiming point, and taking about a second or two longer really pays off for me when handgun hunting. I get that sight settled in sometimes and I think, man, I'm there, and I pull that trigger. And when you do that, man, you're invariably gonna pull it left, you're gonna pull it right, you're gonna shoot it up into the clouds, you're going to miss. I mean, misses happen, miss bad. That's one thing I like to say a lot. When you miss bad, because when you miss bad, the deer doesn't pay any price or whatever it is that you're hunting. You know, another miss that I had, we were hunting a box blind, and we were set up in there, wind was right. There's a lot of different deer coming through here. And this is a part of Southwest Texas where, you know, most of these deer that are 3.5 years old, they're going to be, you know, 110, 120 inch, really pretty deer. A lot of times they have real chocolate antlers, you know, they get little kickers and things along that lines. We had kind of set up in a situation where, man, this could really play out really, really good in there. And it did. I mean, it played out good. A buck comes in, some does come in, things are moving around. I'm like, man, that's a good one for this part of Texas where we're hunting at. And I get the gun sitting there, and man, I just feel like this is money in the bank. Jerk that trigger. You see this deer jump up in the air, you see dirt fly everywhere. I'm thinking I crushed him, because a lot of times when you're handgun hunting with some of these calibers, you don't get a great blood trail. The one thing I get frustrated with a little bit is I don't necessarily think we always have the best bullet choices for some of these calibers to perform the right way. But when you miss bad, doesn't matter. You're not gonna be blood anyway. But in this case, I thought I hit it. On the camera, we thought I hit it, but come to find out when we slowed it down, and I mean, we did everything. We tracked it with dogs, we tracked it on foot, we spent the extra day in there, we watched the video 697 times to prove to ourselves that yes, Wade, you sucked, you missed, it was a bad shot, and that's life. But this was one where I probably got a little overconfident. The shot wasn't 19 yards, it might have been 14 yards, it was so close. And when I pulled that trigger, I pull it, and I mean, I pull, and you see the dirt fly, and the deer runs off, and he lives, and he's back on the stealth cam not long after that. And we will hunt that deer again, because you know, it becomes personal at that point. But I sucked on that shot. Totally made a bad trigger pull. Totally rushed it. So when I look at, I've got a lot of successes, but I've got a lot of failures in handgun hunting. I've learned a lot over those times. And what I have learned is it is one of my favorite ways to hunt. It's one of my most enjoyable ways to hunt. And as I've gotten older, I gotta practice more. I need to probably give myself 1 or 2 seconds longer once I settle that sight in, whatever way I'm shooting, whether I'm shooting a high-vis, a Trijicon, or a scope, whatever it may be. You know, and then lastly, to understand my limitations. And so as you grow as a handgun hunter or pick it up, spend a lot of time practicing and be prepared for an addiction.